Garrett, great to see you here today.
Thank you. On Gaza, the president has spent basically his entire public career criticizing foreign entanglements, nation building, sending American troops to fight abroad, particularly in the Middle East. This plan seems like it could ultimately involve all of those things. Can you explain this reversal and how building and owning Gaza squares with America First foreign policy?
I would reject the premise of your question that this forces the United States to be entangled in conflicts abroad. The president has not committed to putting boots on the ground in Gaza. He has also said that the United States is not going to pay for the rebuilding of Gaza. His administration is going to work with our partners in the region to reconstruct this region. And let me just take a step back here, because this is an out-of-the-box idea. That's who President Trump is. That's why the American people elected him. And his goal is lasting peace in the Middle East for all people in the region. And as I said in my opening remarks, we've had the same people.
So I'm glad to hear this from Miss Caroline Leavitt here. This actually seems like at first, yesterday when I first heard this, I was like totally against it. It sounds like Trump, what he really wants to do is work with Egypt and Jordan and all the surrounding Muslim countries in rebuilding the area for the people that live there, not for the United States, not for Israel, but for the Palestinians. And I think it's a really interesting idea. And if Trump could pull it off, I think that would be really awesome for the whole area. Because honestly, maybe if they have a nice city where people have jobs and there's food and there's electric and there's running water, then the public can, push Hamas out themselves, because that's really what needs to happen. The population of Gaza needs to get rid of Hamas. And I'm sure that I would imagine the majority of people, especially the ones with families and children, just want a peaceful place to live. So this seems like it might be a decent idea. It's definitely different.
Solutions to this problem for decades. And it's been made very clear to the president that the United States needs to be involved in this rebuilding effort to ensure stability in the region for all people. But that does not mean boots on the ground in Gaza. It does not mean American taxpayers will be funding this effort. It means Donald Trump, who is the best deal maker on the planet, is going to strike a deal with our partners in the region.
Because he did not rule out American troops in Gaza last night. Are you doing that now?
I am saying that the president has not committed to that just yet. He has not made that commitment, and you know that.
Right. And of course, they're going to keep pushing the same thing instead of being honest about what Trump is proposing here. They're gonna make it look like he's going to take over the country, make it the 51st state. You know what I mean? If the media was more honest, we could get a lot more shit done in this country. We really could.
And on the foreign partners, the Jordanians, the Egyptians, the Saudis have already panned this plan. What foreign partners, if any, have expressed any interest in being part of it?
Well, the president has said he's been socialing this idea for quite some time. He's been thinking about this. He said in his remarks last night, this was not a decision or an announcement that he takes lightly. And the president has already spoken to the President al-Sisi. In fact, that was his first foreign leader call. He's meeting with the King of Jordan, King Abdullah, next week. He spoke with the King of Bahrain. He spoke with the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. And he has made it very clear, he's been very vocal, that he expects our partners in the region, particularly Egypt and Jordan, to accept Palestinian refugees temporarily so that we can rebuild their home. I'd like to show you some images of Gaza that were taken. Fox News aired this. I mean, that is, as they put it, in an apocalyptic scene in Gaza. This is an uninhabitable place for human beings. Do you really think that families can live their dream in a region that looks like this, with no running water, no electricity, and especially...
No, they can't live there, and nor do they want to. So this article here from the Times of Israel says that only 38% of people in Gaza support Hamas. So, and it actually went up. It was like 22% prior to the war. So only like a small, let's say a third of the people in Gaza support Hamas. So the majority of people there they don't want this war. They don't want a constant never-ending battle. They just want their kids to be safe. They want food on the table. They want the same thing everybody else in the world wants: security and peace. So if it's possible to get Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and everyone else involved, and they have to it has to they have to leave Israel out of it. They have to leave Israel out of it. Work with the countries that are Muslim based to rebuild the area, make it someplace worth living in. I think it's a really great idea. And then I would even go as far as to say we will make it a two-state solution provided no attacks happen. This is it's yours, but if there's an attack from Palestine again, then the two-state solution's out the door and we're going to take it. That's it. Somebody has to draw a line in the sand somewhere. The place has been reduced to rubble. Clean it up, fix it, give them their state, but let them know, hey, we've done all this for you. The violence stops here, or this will become the 51st state of the United States. I think it's a great idea. I was totally against it last night, and now I'm definitely for it, as long as we keep those boots off the ground and we're not paying for it. If he could get the third parties to do that, I think it's a really awesome idea. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'm out. Cheers.